As the shadows lengthen, so does the fear. In the chilling saga that unfolded in parts 1 and 2, Leela, a simple villager, found herself ensnared by an ancient sinister force lurking within the walls of a forsaken temple. It began as whispers in the dark, tales of old that warned of a lurking evil, but for Leela, it became a harrowing reality. Her descent into the temple's shadows marked the beginning of an eerie transformation. With each step, deeper into the cold stone corridors, the darkness whispered its secrets, seeping into her veins like a chilling mist. It twisted her thoughts, reshaping them into something foreign, something dark. As she emerged from the temple, the sunlight felt harsh against her skin, a stark contrast to the enveloping gloom she had left behind. But the darkness, it clung to her, weaving its cold tendrils through her spirit. It wasn't merely following her, it was merging with her very essence. And now the darkness isn't just following her, it's becoming part of her. Beneath the light of her own home, darkness festers. Leela, having barely escaped the clutches of an unspeakable evil, returns to the deceptive safety of her village. The sunlight, warm and welcoming, does little to thaw the chill of dread that has settled in her bones. Her home, once a sanctuary, now feels like a prison, each room whispering secrets she dares not understand. As days bleed into nights, Leela tries to weave herself back into the tapestry of village life. She smiles, she nods, she exchanges pleasantries, but the darkness within her gnaws at the edges of her sanity. It's an insidious tenant, creeping through the crevices of her soul, reshaping her from the inside out. Objects begin to move with minds of their own. A cup shatters against the wall when her gaze is turned. The shadows at the edge of her vision dance and twist, forming shapes that are gone when she dares to look directly. And the nights are the worst. She hears whispers, chants that echo those from the temple, a language of darkness that she now understands all too well. Physically, Leela changes. Her eyes, once a vibrant blue, now flicker with the dull sheen of storm clouds. Her hands shake, not from age or cold, but from the new energy coursing through her veins. Her reflection becomes a canvas of horror. The face staring back at her begins to distort, features sharp and twisted, as if mocking her plight. Her nights are restless, haunted by dreams of the temple. She wakes up screaming, her own voice foreign to her ears. The village folk begin to notice, giving her wide berths and whispered prayers. Isolation wraps around her like a cloak. In every mirror, a stranger's reflection. In every shadow, a dark whisper. Leela's transformation is not merely physical, but existential. As the darkness claims more of her, the line between the woman she was and the entity she is becoming blurs. What remains is a shell, a conduit for a power that is ancient and cruel. The horror that once pursued her is now within her, and it is hungry for more. Tonight, the air is thick with the scent of impending doom. Under a sky inked with the darkest of hues, Leela stands alone, the remnants of her innocence lost in shadows that dance at her feet. The night is alive with a palpable tension, as if the earth itself anticipates the horror about to unfold. In the heart of an ancient, forgotten grove, Leela raises her arms, her fingers tracing sigils in the air. The atmosphere vibrates with the power of her incantations, spoken in a language that bends and twists the fabric of reality. It's a tongue lost to time, only known to those who have delved too deeply into the abyss. As she chants, the ground beneath her trembles, a low rumble that grows into a cacophony of unsettling sounds. Trees bend, their branches contorting in agony, and the wind carries a mournful howl that chills to the bone. The very air around her begins to shimmer and warp, as if reality itself is being torn apart. Slowly, a portal emerges, swirling with dark energies that exude a chilling malevolence. It grows, its edges flickering with spectral flames, beckoning to unknown realms. Leela's voice grows stronger, her eyes reflecting the sinister glow of the portal. She is no longer merely a woman, she is the harbinger of something ancient and terrifying. The portal, now fully formed, stands as a dark beacon in the night. What world lies beyond, one must wonder, and what horrors will it bring forth? From the ashes of the old, a new terror arises. As the portal before Leela stabilizes, a chilling silence envelops the air. The transformation, now complete, leaves no trace of the woman she once was. Instead, standing there is a creature woven from the very fabric of nightmares, a sinister amalgamation of darkness and malice. Leela's once human form has morphed into something unspeakable. Her limbs, elongated and twisted, end in sharp talon-like appendages that seem to shimmer with a dark, oily sheen. Her skin, if it can still be called that, pulses with a ghostly luminescence, revealing the swirling shadows that churn beneath. The face, now a grotesque mask, features eyes that burn with an unholy light, devoid of all humanity. This new entity, a being of pure darkness, moves with a grace that belies its horrifying appearance. Each step towards the portal sends ripples of fear through the very ground it treads upon. The air around her distorts, as if reality itself recoils from her touch. With a voice that is both echo and whisper, she speaks in tongues lost to time, each syllable weaving deeper despair into the fabric of the cosmos. The portal pulses eagerly, responding to its new master, a gateway to uncharted horrors. Leela steps forward, her form dissolving into tendrils of shadow as she merges with the swirling vortex. The boundary between her world and others blurs, her essence seeping into the cracks of the universe. With one world behind her, countless others now tremble before her shadow. What is left when light ceases to exist? As the portal seals itself with a slow, begrudging finality, the screams from beyond, those of lost souls and banished nightmares, fade into a whisper, then into nothing at all. The village, once a symphony of small-town life, now lies eerily silent. The kind of silence that chills the spine, hinting that something fundamental has shifted. In this newfound quiet, the darkness, unshackled and untamed, begins its silent spread. It is no longer confined to the cobwebbed corners of forgotten temples or the whispered legends of old. No, this darkness is alive, reaching out its chilling tendrils towards unsuspecting souls, weaving through the alleys and doorways of the unprepared. With each passing moment, its power grows, fed by the fears and forgotten secrets of the villagers. It is a living, breathing entity now, thriving in the shadows cast by their unknowing lives. Watch closely, for the darkness has marked its new territory, and it thirsts for more.